guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown, featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got two words for you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Three Bells Podcast, our Friday night SmackDown recap show. It's me, your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. And I am not alone. I'm here next to the Goo guy, one of the smartest guys of wrestling here at the table. It's Triple J. What's good, Triple J?
Yeah, it's your boy, Main Event Triple J, now here live on YouTube. Happy TGIF, everybody. Oh, man, we reached the end of the week. I'm ready to talk some SmackDown. Let's get it, my brother.
As you can see, there's only two bells here. You're wondering where the third bell is. Mundo, he is not here tonight, but he sends his blessings, and the show is going to go on with myself and Triple J right there. So if you're ready, hopefully you're ready, Jay.
I'm ready.
Because you know I'm ready. Hopefully you guys out there are ready. Yeah, for this is Three Bells Podcast, everybody. So, as you know, it has become tradition here at the Three Bells for our Friday nights, being that it's Friday, TGIF, and we have our special guest coming to us live from Tri-State Mania. Here he is. He's right there. It's big man IM_L. Like we like to call the one. What's good, man?
What's up, everyone? How's everybody Friday doing?
How you doing, man? How's your week been? How the babies doing?
The babies is good, man. Today they turn 11 months, man. So shout out to my twins. Let's go.
Woo, 11 months.
Friday Night SmackDown. Just like my man Shane O'Mac said, are you ready? Is everyone else ready?
Yes. All right, so we ready to do it. For SmackDown is coming to us from Columbia, South Carolina. I don't know about you guys, but I have family down there, so maybe one of them was in the audience. Who knows? So the first thing we see, fellas, the first image is this big, wide suitcase. I'm thinking it's like an electric guitar or something, or maybe a big mixer. Something to do with, with the sound crew. And then they open it, and lo and behold, it's the big, pretty Crown Jewel Championship, laced with over 150 carats of diamonds, they say, Jay?
God damn.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. And there's two of them, apparently. There's the one for men's, which is black, and then there's the women's, which is white. It's like a white belt. White leather belt. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. So then we get a look back, of course, at what had happened last week, because the events that happened last week brings us to our current moment tonight, right? And also maybe he's hanging out with Mundo, but Michael Cole from our announcement team, he wasn't here tonight. But to cover for him was Wade. So you had Corey and Wade, the two tag teamers, are back together. They brought the band back together in terms of the two guys that did the announcements. And I wasn't mad. Not mad at them at all. He just has to stop saying Bianca. Is that how he say Bianca? he kills me with that. Bianca Belair. Like,
He's been saying that. He's been saying that since NXT days.
And he still hasn't gotten it. I guess he just stuck
Right.
with it. He's like, well, I'm going to call it what I want. Oh, Bianca. I mean, I guess he's technically saying it the way it's spelled.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca. Damn, now you're going to have me saying it. All right, so we're going in the ring, fellas. Let's go to the ring. Let's go to the monitor right down there. For you see, Lawan, he's our monitor. Remember back in the school days, where you had that monitor coming into the classroom? National Geographics. But tonight it's wrestling. And right now we're about to see Solo and the Bloodline. What are they going to talk about? Uh-oh.
I love you, Solo Sikoa.
Can we hear him okay? Good.
Acknowledge me.
Okay, down south, they don't care. They will tell you how they feeling. Case in point.
You all better get used to seeing this because you're looking at the present and the future.
Strong words.
You looking
Very
at
strong.
the bloodline. And you looking at the tribal chief. You see, I'm the man that created a bigger and stronger family.
Sure about that?
Well,
I'm the man that created a bigger and stronger bloodline.
I mean, is he lying?
Yeah, I did. And Roman Reigns can't do
Because of
nothing
The Rock.
about it.
I mean, those three dudes behind him, especially that Jacob.
Jimmy can't do nothing about it neither.
I love you,
And
Solo
then check this
Sikoa.
out. And then Jimmy goes to Monday Night Raw and tries to get Jay's help, but Jay don't want nothing to do with it either.
Yee.
Yeah, that was weird.
No ye. These beatdowns will continue to happen to Roman Reigns unless he does one thing.
What is that?
Unless he comes down to the ring
And
by the end of the night
and
acknowledges me.
Oh, God. Come on,
okay.
so. Oh.
Remember what he just said, fellas and everybody. Remember exactly what he said, because that's very important later on tonight. We're going to skip this because this is kind of long.
That shit was like 5 minutes.
Yo,
Yeah, that
I was
was
shocked. Wasn't expecting him tonight.
me neither.
He said his name.
What's up, little brother?
What's up, little bro?
It's been a minute.
A hot minute.
I promise I'm not out here to fight you. Because at the end of the day, I still care about you. You still my little brother.
I just noticed that his shades are pink. He's representing the pink color. There ain't too many people doing that this month.
Jimmy and Roman not here yet.
Now he even had the pink shirt.
So I
Right.
came out here
Shout out
to
to
talk
him.
to you
So
one-on-one.
we're this
Ooze
month.
to ooze.
We doing our pinks also
But think about
since day one.
what you doing. Think about what you doing to the family. Think about what you doing to the bloodline.
he kind of brought new ones here.
Nobody got bigger issues with Roman than I do.
Mm-hmm.
But dividing the family like this, it ain't it. I left the family, Uso. I left to be my own man. I left to Raw. Man, I became the Intercontinental Champion, little brother.
Mm-hmm.
So what's worse, him dividing or him leaving?
But look though.
Look though, for real though.
Yes, I did.
You're so unserious.
Look, Uso. Fighting over the Ula Fala, though, is not it. That right there is earned, not taken. You know better. But if you want to end Roman's power, then do it. Just don't divide the family while you do it. Are you done wasting my time?
No, I was laughing. I was dying when he said that.
Who said anything about dividing the family? I'm not trying to divide the family. I'm trying to unite the family.
I mean,
and stop calling me your little brother. I'm your tribal chief now. And I'll always have a place for you and Roman in my bloodline.
Solo,
if you don't take that bass out your voice talking to me. Yeah,
you won't say this shit in front of daddy.
You see, I don't want you to follow Jim's footsteps. Look where I got him.
He's ready. He's ready on command.
So are you in? Or are you out?
That's a good question. What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? Okay, you gotta think about that.
If what you're saying is true, and you're trying to unite our bloodline, then why did you have to go and get them? Why'd you have to go get them, Moose?
Thomas.
Why'd you have to go get Jacob? There's a reason why we stayed away from him. And if you keep staring at me like that, I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Knock your ass out.
Okay, he gave that. What this butch said? Does he know me? Apparently, he doesn't know me. He don't know who I is.
I'm not here for that, all right?
Jey Uso is so over the crowd now, man.
Next time
so
I see
crazy.
you, Uso,
they love him.
It's gonna be different.
He is now.
Yeet. Mic drop. I'm out of here.
Never time, fellas. Never time. So let me ask this question, fellas. Based on what we saw Monday, right? When Jimmy came to Raw to talk to Jey. And all of a sudden Jey is out here tonight. What's going on? Like why is Jey here?
I'll let Triple J say that because I feel like we got the same answer.
I only say the reason why Jey is there is because he's like, yo, baby bro, my big bro, my 20, he came to see what's up. And I figure I'll come back and just give him back the same kind of respect. I'll come back to his show, talk to him, see what's going on, see if we can mend things, more or less. That's what what I see happening. And at that, both big brothers already came at him, and it seems like Solo doesn't really want to listen. So it's gonna take a brotherly ass beating. Trust me, a nice brotherly ass beating to shut him up. and put him to sleep.
Put him to sleep? What is he, a dog? What is
The
that?
baby. He's the baby. You got to put the baby to sleep.
The baby
He's the baby.
brother.
He's
Put
the
the
baby
baby
of the
brother to
family.
sleep.
Put him back in his diaper. That you see the outfit he wears. It looks like a big ass diaper on him.
And you agree with that, Lamont?
I agree with somewhat of it. Just him coming to check up on his family, see what's going on. But from what I really got out of this segment and what was going on, I feel like WWE is kind of now trying to push things a little bit more faster now with this now being the fact that we're getting close to Survivor Series and they're basically pushing two PLEs at the same time. They're doing Crown Jewel and we're
Right.
pushing out Survivor Series. So
Right.
we got to get things on the go right now. So like I said before, on Monday, the time is ticking. They really gotta start pushing this feud. If this feud is gonna be what it is now, then just like Jay said the other day, they gotta start now or next week. And it looks like we're starting it now. And hopefully now that everybody's going to brands, back and forth to each other's brands right now, being the fact that we got Crown Jewel. Maybe we get to see maybe Roman come to Raw, or maybe one of these members of the new members of the Bloodline come to Raw. I don't know, but something's fishy, and I feel like Jason had never stuck his nose in his business if he really want to get in his business.
Right. Right. And based off of that, also what I got was that quite possibly they're gonna be interfering in his intercontinental match against Braun Breaker. I really think they're gonna push the narrative, and more than likely Jimmy's gonna come back and be there for him again to possibly stop that. So I wouldn't be too surprised if something happens on Monday. Since this is not even on the PLE anyway.
No,
Right. That
it's
is a match on Monday.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Not tomorrow. It's on Monday,
On Monday, yeah. The
and it
Intercontinental
should
match.
be on the PLE.
Right. Right. But
But
here,
maybe it's because Jacob can't really be traveling like that.
I agree.
Jacob's a big time felon.
so he can't. Also, he's not going to be in Saudi at all. Wow.
He can't he got the okay to go to Canada when they went to Canada, but I don't think it could be possibly that they're holding the bloodline, keeping them back from Saudi.
Right. I mean, it seems to me, fellas, that all in all, the Saudi, that seems to be like the most expensive house show. It seems like a bunch of guys from there, that loves the brand, the product so much that they said, hey, how much would it cost for us to basically rent you out? It's like, Jay, you're having a birthday party and you have a couple of WWE superstars as guests at your party. That's what this seems like to me. It seems like there's a couple of guys' birthdays there and they decide to just give WWE all of this money and say, here, give us a WrestleMania style event. And this year, some way, somehow, they managed to have this 150 carat, diamond belt so that they can have the top four superstars go head to head, aka put booties in seats down there. And then all of these other matches, they just like being thrown here and there. Randy, he's a big name. He wants to be in there. Who else? Possibly Drew or possibly CM Punk or like I said,
Kevin
possibly. We don't know Kevin Owens. Like all the the biggest names are the guys that's mostly going to be there if they can travel there. And it's like, but whatever happens there, it's not going to necessarily alter the storyline compared to SummerSlam. No, not SummerSlam. Quit. Survivor Series. Like, am I making sense? Like, Crown Jewel is just a house show. There's not going to be any surprises or shockers except for the two winners of the two top matches.
Right.
I agree with you, Shane. I definitely agree. But if I'm WWE, I would try to put some of the storylines that's going on with maybe Raw and SmackDown, maybe a little bit into that PLE. This way, we could push the narrative a little bit more with some of these storylines.
Sure. It'll, of course, like, it'll remind you, and it's going to stay within the story.
Right.
Or then, or maybe they'll have like two arbitrary people, out of nowhere that would go head to head, because that's usually the case with the house shows, right? Right, Jay? It'd just be like two regular superstars that really doesn't have anything to do with each other. They just go head to head and they give us an okay show.
Right. That's what they normally would do. Or what they'll do is like basically tune someone up for a possible match with that person, whether it's the main champion, or the mid champion. You're getting previews of future rivalries as well. Not opposed to like maybe a couple of years ago when AJ won a title on a house show, and you were like, "What the fuck just happened?" And to
Very
me,
weird.
that was very shocking.
That was
First
weird.
of all,
I remember that. That was weird.
yes. So now that they're not
because
giving
of injury, probably.
right, and now they're not even giving us that aspect no more of the live house shows with that. They're not
They don't
like
need
I
to.
see, right,
They have too many shows already now. They have Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and a lot of these PLEs. We get a PLE, I think, once a month.
Almost, yeah.
November we're getting two. The beginning of the
yo,
month and the end.
you can imagine like going to a holiday tour show and seeing the title change. Your jaw will probably drop,
And
literally.
that's not including the shows they do when they go on tour to like
Yeah.
Japan or
See,
Australia. That's not compared to those. Those are house shows as well when they go over there and do those tours. So yeah,
right,
they don't need to do the house shows because most of the PLEs and the shows are in the US. So
Right. Which is why
yeah.
I was kind of surprised to see Jay, because he just did a house show for the UK. Because there's a video out on X, Twitter, with him having like a friendly exchange with a young fan. He had on like the blue Yeet shades and told the fan, "Get rid of them shades and I'll give you mine." Like it was a cool exchange that happened. So yeah, we should see how this goes, and it could go so many ways. We know how they do with this Bloodline story. We think they're going to go one way, and it's like the three of us have three different scenarios, and then here they come with this fourth that we was like. So we're back at that season, y'all, with the storytelling, with the good storytelling, and I'm ready for it. Like, and that's just the beginning of many more that has happened tonight. But besides the stories, guess what? We have a couple matches to talk about. There were 4 in total, so good old fashioned SmackDown style. So we're going to our first match, which is part of what they're calling a triple threat tag team match. So there's 2 of them, fellas. So you have this first one here with Street Profits versus DIY versus Pretty Deadly. The winner of this match is going to fight the winner of another triple threat match that's going to happen later on tonight. And this winner here and that winner there, they're going to go head to head, and the winner of that match will meet with Thomas and Thomas, our current WWE Tag Team Champions.
But didn't we get a triple threat on Monday? So did we get any triple threat matches on Monday? Like tag team wise?
we had a tag team tournament, but I don't think it was triple threat because the Viking Raiders went against
they went against
not the Viking Raiders, the War Raiders went against
the War Raiders. They went against, we're talking about Monday, right? They went against They went against
Otis,
Otis and Tozawa.
Cesaro, and that wasn't a triple threat
Okay.
Right. It was a tag team tournament for
qualifying match to
For the
go against
for to
Judgment
fight the
Day.
Judgment Day. Okay,
correct.
so it's two, yeah, it's two tournaments going on right now.
Right.
Hmm.
Two tournaments for two separate tag teams. You have
Right.
the WWE tag team and the WWE World tag team.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Right.
Correct. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. All right. So, fellas, let's talk about this triple threat tag team match. Jay and Lawan. Talk about it.
Like what I got from this match in general, man, since you was able to have three guys in the ring at one time, I was looking at it like I saw Kip Wilson from Pretty Deadly. He was his offensive arsenal tonight was pretty good, especially when he leaned on his partner's back and did a code breaker to Ciampa. I thought that was one of the fire moves of the match. You know, they really impressed me in this match, Pretty Deadly. And Street Profits, it just seems like they're always right there fighting with DIY. I don't know how many times it's been, but it's been like three, four times in the past couple of months that I've just seen them two literally trying to get at the tag team titles. And, you know, I just felt like their rivalry still had to go that left way, let them fight it out, and maybe Pretty Deadly gets this match. But with the way the ending turned out, I said, no fucking way. How does Tez not know who the hell is in the ring? Like Jessica Call, I give her respect as the ref because she was fucking spot on. Like, okay, she knew this guy got tagged, that guy got tagged, and this is who's supposed to be in the ring. And when both guys pinned for that 1, 2, 3, and Tez looked up, he was like, "Oh fuck!" You know, I think all this does is just it puts anger within the Street Profits. I don't see them being good guys, you know, more than another couple of months. I see them turning like heel, rogue, because they're gonna start feeling the point of no return. It's like they're losing here, they're losing there, and there's nothing for them to go ahead. So now they're gonna have to do something to go ahead. Right now they're stuck. So, shout out to DIY again for a third time trying to get these tag titles. Ugh.
Congratulations to Ciampa and Gargano for a great match. It was great to see Pretty Deadly. We haven't seen him in the ring in a very long time, so it was very good. That somersault by Montez, man, goodness gracious. Street Profits never. They always having great matches, man. They always doing what they got to do, especially when they in the ring with DIY. Them guys, when they going against each other or when they working with each other, the crowd is always pumped, and they know the moves to do. They know how to engage with the crowd. So again, I don't mind seeing these guys going against each other back and forth. Is it tiring after a while? Yes, but are we going to get a show from these guys? Yes, as well. So hey, if it's going to continue to work and it's going to be good, let it be good. And good call by that referee, man. When I was watching that match in the beginning, I was like, "What the hell? What's going on?" And then I saw the ref and they showed a replay, and I was like, "Good fucking call, good call." And calls like that is going to get her into bigger matches. Matching, refereeing paper PLEs at main events and all that. Good call for her to do that.
I mean,
Um,
it should have
Also,
been. Oh,
one more
go ahead.
thing, my
Yeah,
my bad.
go
What
ahead.
Jay was saying about the Street Profits, they need something new right now. You
Uh-huh.
know, since they lost Bobby Lashley, they haven't really been going nowhere. They really haven't been doing nothing, and it's like they're trying to find their way to reset. So if you're gonna get a reset, just like Triple J said, maybe in a couple of months you change their character. Maybe maybe have them go a little bit heelish or heel 100%. This way we see a different way of them.
You and your heel thing, like that seems to be the recipe for everyone's what rebound, rebirth,
I mean,
upgrades.
what?
I,
Well,
I'm only thinking about that type of a heel turn because we just got a new tag team tonight and they're good guys. So somebody eventually has to go bad. We can't have an overabundance of good guys unless they're bad guys. So you got to try to even everything out. So if there's any tag team, in my opinion, that deserves to go rogue, it would be them. But
right.
only based off of the fact that they've been lost too long, and they gotta
That
find
too.
it. They gotta find their path.
Also, being the fact that we got a new tag team, that just pushes whatever tag team
Right.
that's already there on the roster. That gives the new tag team that just came in. They're going to be getting a little bit more TV time. They're going to be getting showed on TV with their matches and
Mm-hmm.
what they could showcase on the talent. So whoever's already there, like Pretty Deadly, we haven't seen them in a long time. Street Profits. Somebody's going to eventually get pushed back and not looked over. So if the Street Profits want to consider being looked at more, they got to change their ways a little bit, and that's why I say they're gonna have to probably go heel, just like Jay said. They got to find another way or something how to look out to win, to at least win, because the way they're
This
doing
girl
it right
might
now
right.
is not working.
This girl might have to start interfering, doing
That
something.
too.
Yeah, that might have to be.
Okay.
That would be probably the first sign. Is her doing something in order to shake the shit up.
So basically, take a play from Bronson Reed's playbook.
Yeah, they
Just
lost Bobby
basically,
Lashley, and they just been. Uh, that's it.
I mean, so
And
when they was with Bobby, wasn't it the same like stagnant path, or
Yes.
were they actually doing something with Bobby? Like does it matter if Bobby's there or not with them?
it was a stagnant path, like you just said, but I felt like if Bobby Lashley would have continued to stay, I feel like Triple H would have eventually found something for these guys to do.
Okay, so basically something would have happened already had Bobby have been there.
Yes, I feel
Okay.
that's what I feel like.
Because
Okay.
what hurt all of that was the fact that when once Bobby united with them, I felt it hurt Montez's chances as going single. He was supposed to go single around that same time.
Yes, that conversation was heavy
Yes.
back then. Yeah.
And they didn't push. They didn't push it once Bobby got into the picture, and we see where Bobby's at. Bobby's gone. So I feel within the Profits, they've been lost at least the past 2 years. They've had no swag after they lost their belts because they had a damn near year title run, and
Hmm.
they've been out the picture. Like they've been flushed worse than the New Day. At least the New Day went down to NXT and recouped the tag titles for a minute and came back up.
Hmm.
So Street Profits, they went back to NXT and then they just went down there, did a match, and came back, and there was nothing to progress with. So it's like they need help. There's something's got to change with those guys. Even
Mind you,
DIY, even
gotcha.
DIY could use a change of scenery as well. But
M- Mind you, the New Day is having a better storyline than
mhm,
the Street Profits. Again, we have to find a way to make these guys interesting. The New Day haven't been winning championships, so hey, let's do a story with them probably getting upset at each other, or something's not going on. These guys been with each other for so
mhm,
long, you know, us being able to see that these guys are conflicting with each other and bumping heads is like, wow, this is something I would have never imagined with the New Day. So again,
right,
even with the Street Profits, we have to create or find another way to make them interesting. New storyline. I don't think just putting these guys against with a different tag team is going to work. We got to build for story. Story is just going to make them more interesting and make it work.
right.
Okay. But in But in the New Day's defense, well, to add to their story, I think the whole thing is surrounded with the fact that they're about to celebrate 10 years. So that 10 is the secret, is the root of that entire story, because I have a feeling that something is going to happen right at the moment, because it's supposed to happen. Well, the official day is sometimes next month, right, Jay, in November.
I would think, November 5th or 6th, something like that. Maybe that
Yes.
Monday Night Raw, the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
day
it's
before
like-
Election Day.
Yeah, that 10. Wow. So wow, that's going to be a week. That's going to be a week. So
Right? Is it the 5th or the 11th?
I don't know.
It's one of those
now.
2 days.
You got to whip up that calendar. You're asking, Jay? Usually you know the answers to all of this.
Because I remember when they was talking about it, when Kofi and X were talking about it.
Okay.
I just didn't, catch the numbers. It was either 5, 10,
It's
or
a-
11, something like that.
It's a 4. Like the first full week is November 4th. That's a Monday.
Okay.
It's right around the corner. You see how fast that shit is going? And remember, we was talking about, we gotta wait. Listen, that stuff, it goes by so quick because we only get to see them once a week.
Yeah.
And 2 hours
Yeah.
and a 2-hour show. So
And it's also now 2 hours. So
yeah.
So it seemed even shorter. But well, I say this to the Street Profits. I say hang in there. Just like we're going to see a superstar later on that hung in there, and she's making her debut tonight. A singles debut tonight. So there's 3 people total that are making their SmackDown debuts tonight. So again, this was a good show, and we're going to talk about that later on. But right now, let's go to the monitor underneath LaJuan's chin, for we're going to continue the story that led the show tonight. For who's in this car? Who's in this car that's pulling up in the loading dock, Jay? Who? With the radio blasting. Jimmy, I miss him.
Travis Scott is lit. I don't think I ever heard that one. That's because it ain't out yet. You know what I'm saying? I do.
it was AI made. That's why.
What?
Hasn't been out yet.
It's happening.
You saw how you left Jimmy hanging?
Oh.
I didn't think we was going to see this.
I'm proud of you. We all are. And no yeet.
Wow. Wow, he said that.
Roman's gonna have to do a little bit more.
Roman's gonna have to acknowledge him. That's what it is. Gotta
He
acknowledge
acknowledged
him.
Jimmy. He acknowledged Jimmy the other day.
Come on.
Gotta acknowledge son. Like he's the only one with gold right now, and the way Roman was talking last week,
What do you mean?
come on, it's crazy.
So you think that's what's going to take for Jade to hop on, is to acknowledge
You
him?
gotta acknowledge him. Yeah.
It's basically a sorry.
Because remember last week Roman was talking and he was like, we had this, we had that, we had money, gold. He said that last week to them, and right now there's only one person with gold, and that's Jay. You gotta acknowledge the only person with gold. So, apologize, acknowledge him, and make amends, even if it's for one night only.
But it seems like Jay don't want to hear that, though. I mean, look how many times he dodged Jimmy on Monday. And just now, that was an opportunity to hear that, and he didn't hear it. And he knew he wasn't going to hear it. That's why he scrunched up his face and he said, no, like he didn't want to hear it.
That's the thing. I think Roman will have to come to Raw and acknowledge him.
He's not a SmackDown. He's not a 100% SmackDown superstar. Remember, he pulled himself out the draft, so he could go to
Mm-hmm.
both brands if he feels like it.
And
Right.
apologize.
And
Apologize.
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 You
Yeah.
Yeah.
know, and again, all of this has started from Jay. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they faced each other a couple of times for that title
Yeah.
that Jay
And
tried to get.
that was his right hand man.
Right.
Roman named the main event Jey Uso.
Right.
So yeah, they
It
gotta
needs to
help.
go over there and acknowledge him, or it's basically a sorry. Needs to let him know how he really feels, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
only way I feel like Jay will
Mm-hmm.
join forces. Maybe if it's just for one night to help out his
Right.
cousin.
So that's what it takes. Okay. And you're saying even if it's for one night, because at this point, why would Jay go backwards? He's moving forward as not only a singles competitor and the best singles competitor, but he has gold. He's a champion.
Right.
So he could basically, and he just proved it tonight, he can bounce from show to show to show. Hell, he was just in
Mm-hmm.
NXT. Uh, what was that back in St. Louis?
Yeah.
So he's doing all of this. Why would he go back? What are you gaining from going back to a situation that you felt trapped in and you had to be free? Now you're free, so you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking from his perspective. Why would I want to come back? Why
Mm-hmm.
you guys sweating me? Like, yo, like bounce. Like, yo, you remember all the hell that you put me through? I'm freaking main event Jey Uso right now. I don't need y'all. What do I need y'all for? What, you need me now? Now
Mm-hmm.
you need me. So now I'm supposed to just drop everything
Mm-hmm.
just to go
Mm-hmm.
backwards to help you out. But what am I getting at the end?
It's because they're
Exactly.
family. Guys basically all grew up with each other, all three of them. I know everyone has seen pictures of these three individuals
Sure.
as kids, so we already know that Jay and Jimmy are brothers. But
Hmm.
if you put Roman in there, you would have thought they were brothers too, on how much they've been around each other. So it's
Right.
it's it's real deeper than that.
Okay. So at the end,
At the
family.
end of the day, family,
Family.
Family
family.
first.
As
Got it.
long as you
Got it.
apologize for you mistreating me and making me go through this shit. Yeah, you made
Mm-hmm.
me go through this shit, and it has pushed me to now being the IC champion. But I need my cousin or my family member to come to me and let him know, yo, I deeply acknowledge you, or basically I apologize for treating you like this.
Mm, mm. Okay, that's what's up. Family. It's a powerful word. Speaking of family, here's more family. We're backstage, as you saw, but we was just talking about the women's edition of the WWE Crown Jewel Championship, and here
Ooh.
is one of the competitors of that, Queen Nia Jax. She's in
Uh-oh.
Nick Aldis' office. What's going on,
Uh,
Queen?
Have the flu, Tiffy. Now is not the time to abandon me.
what?
What? What
What?
happened? What?
They hating on my girl. They
They
hating on
sure
her.
are. Where did that come from?
She got glitched. Uh-oh.
Oh, and then of course a commercial comes up. Okay,
Oh. And
a
Mario Brothers
commercial
too.
and Mario comes up. Well, I prefer
Yo.
Mario than the commercial. I can't show the commercial,
Dun, dun,
so
dun, 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 dun. Boing. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
I'm
dun,
sorry,
dun,
fellas. See what had happened. They threw a commercial,
dun.
so I'm trying to. Okay, here we go.
This show has been brought to you by the Mario Brothers, y'all.
No. Anyway, here's Queen Nia. For real, for reals.
You have the flu, Tiffy. Now is not the time to abandon me.
You're ready.
What
Ready to
is
take
going?
the
Oh
lead
All right,
and raise
God.
the bar. Ready to
Yo.
make a
you have
change.
got to be
Advance your
kidding
career.
me. Oh man, you know what?
Getting paid,
Two
getting
times in
paid,
the
getting
front.
paid.
I'm giving a womp womp to this system because Since when have you been acting up like this? Is it because of Friday? Is Friday like a day or something where somebody or something
Yeah.
has to go haywire? If it's not my camera doing that little weird thing, which already happened. Okay, here's
And
Queen
are trying
Nine.
to get
For
in the way
reals,
of
for
me
reals.
becoming the first ever crown jewel champion. And then I have Naomi on my back, and I thought tonight I could teach her a lesson, but now that you have the sniffles, Nick Aldis is gonna have to cancel the match.
Oh, the match isn't canceled.
Oh, she has the sniffles. Yeah,
Excuse
right.
me?
Yeah, the match, it's not canceled.
Shut up, Tiffany! But my partner's sick. So,
Naya, SmackDown has a deep talent roster, so a simple solution here is
Yes,
find
you
somebody
do.
Ain't
else.
as deep as
who
NXT.
else?
Look at that.
This is a surprise.
I was like,
Excuse you.
what the
Sorry,
fuck?
no,
Candice
but we couldn't help but
LeRae?
overhear that you're in need of a tag partner tonight. And I am the first ever women's speed champion, so champion
Oh
champion.
my god.
And
I
when,
really
again,
don't mind helping
where's her
you out.
belt? Where's her title?
It's champion and champion.
Don't
I
even.
like this. Smells like money to me.
That's my perfume.
Book it. Look at that. It's booked.
No
You
way.
better hold up your end of the bargain,
That's the
I
last
will
person I
end
would have
you.
thought of.
and it'll take me less than 3 minutes.
The very last. And I think only because of the fact that she is
Welcome.
a champion. A champion where again, where's the title?
That's
Useless.
What is the
It's-
point?
That
It's
was
so-
that.
It's more useless than the damn
Bro.
Saudi Arabia title that we about
Bro.
to get. That's new.
Right.
I don't know.
It's worse than the 24/7 title. I mean, at least
That's
that
true.
person carried it and we knew who it was rather than us
Right.
guessing it. And then this is how we get the answer by the actual champion saying, well, I'm the championship. Well,
TNA titles got more spark than the Speed Championship, man.
Might have
If we're
to
not
tweet
gonna
Triple H.
If
Gotta
we're not
tweak
going to
Triple H,
showcase if the WWE stars are not going to be able to showcase these belts, then why the hell do we have these matches for, man? The Speed title for what? So someone
makes
can
no
get
sense.
injured
In a 3-minute match.
It makes
in
no
the
sense.
3-minute match. I don't want to see a 3-minute match.
The fact that I've never seen the title outside of the WWE website where they have the role of champions. That's the only time you see that title. Either that or when the champion is fighting and it's the champion versus the competitor. So it's on a graphic. But you don't ever see it draped
Twitter.
over their shoulder.
That makes
That's
no
the thing
sense,
that really that's the thing that makes the least amount of sense out of this whole scenario, out of this whole conversation about this speed
For
title.
sure.
It's like, what's the point? Just for you to walk around and say that you're the champion? I could say that I am the champion. LeJay might as well say it.
where's the belt?
Jay might as well say it.
Right.
And you go, Jay, where's your title? Oh, I got it. Don't worry
Exactly, I
about
would've
it. Just
said.
believe that I am.
Right. Like you
This is
see,
a
we
bit
got like look, Andrade pointing in sample. Him. He has the speed title. Why don't you put it up for game 7 against Melo?
He's the
Let us
current.
see. Yeah, Andrade.
Beats me.
Put it up for game 7.
I had no idea.
They're already
I'll be-
having another tournament for the title already. As I
Oh
saw
my
that Sheamus advance for the title.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he fought against that Giovanni guy.
Fought against
God.
Giovanni.
They already put him on speed. Oh my God,
Yeah.
they're already burying him.
Yeah,
already buried
he
him.
had 2 matches and lost both of them.
Yeah, he done.
And then he lost on the speed match.
And lost
They
the
gave us-
speed match.
They gave us all these commercials about Vinci, and damn, within a month, you're already on the speed. By the time you know, you'll be on NXT. Next, that'll be the next stop. And if
That's
NXT
where he
don't,
just came from, right? NXT.
no, Imperium jumped him. Remember,
Yeah.
when Gunther told Kaiser to go handle business.
Yeah, but I thought that's where he came from originally, from NXT. So you
They
said
was
they
they was
sent him back as a solo
no, he
star?
never. Nah, he was. They had him gone. They had him gone after they
Oh,
jumped him out. He wasn't even on TV. So when we first got to see him back in the return on SmackDown, remember we seen him get drafted, but he never made his appearance after they jumped him. So I think he's done. I think what WWE was trying to do was reincarnate Cesaro with him, and that shit fizzed out real quick.
Not even
That's what I
close.
see.
He's not even close to
Nope.
Cesaro.
we should never got rid of Cesaro.
That was another bag they flipped. That was a huge
Mm-hmm.
bag. Ugh. Well, I don't know. Maybe he could make a difference in NXT. Rich Hollins did. So,
Hell yeah.
so
You see what
who
Rich did?
knows? Yeah, we see it. Who knows? So anyway, hey, welcome back, Lawan. So this is an interesting match that we like to talk about. This is match number 2. And yes, you're reading it correctly. It's Piper Niven versus part of Metaphor from NXT. Last
Yeah.
Legend.
Yeah.
So Last Legend, we just saw she herself and her tag teamer, Jakara Jackson. They had an actual tag team match against our current champions, BB and J.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen, and of course, BB and J, they remain champs. And during that match, how you call it, Piper and Chelsea was on the side interfering and just causing a whole lot of distractions. What I personally thought was kind of messed up, considering that this was, Lash and Jackson's their first time stepping foot on SmackDown, and it was overshadowed by not only those two girls, but Randy and KO and that whole situation that actually shrunk the timing of the ladies' match. It was an
Mm-hmm.
okay match, but it was too short, in my opinion, considering that it was their first. So I guess this is their way of making it up by saying, "Hey, Lash, let's give you a singles match," because we saw how good you were back when. Remember back when, Jay, when she had that,
Mm-hmm.
when she
When you fought twice
volunteered.
twice in one night.
Mundo thought that that wasn't a stepping stone. I thought it was, because when you wait, now look what happens. She gets her first singles match tonight against the big heavy hitter Piper Niven. So it's two heavy hitters going head to head. So Lawan, Jay, what happened? What's going on? Match number 2.
Well, this is we've been seeing these girls from NXT a lot more. It seems like they might be getting a call up soon because we have seen them on Raw. This is their third time, I believe, on SmackDown. I'm not sure if I got it wrong. Please correct me. But they've been back and forth between NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. So to be able to see Lash Legend perform tonight was good. I felt like she was a little slow. She still needs some work in the ring because she's a little slow and reacting to some of her moves and doing some of her moves as well. But one thing I like about her that she showcases a lot of power. She's very strong. Um, if she's able to practice a little bit more, work on some more moves, showing her strength, she could be a real problem, because she's stocky, she's big, she's tall. It's looking like this is what a lot of are the women are looking that's going to be champions. You look at Rhea Ripley's size; she compares very much to Rhea Ripley because of her size. Um, who else is tall? Piper Niven, she's a big stocky girl. Nia
Raquel.
Jax, Raquel, all these girls are
They're
built
tall.
and tall, you know. And on Lash Legend, she definitely fits that description of that height and that body. So only thing I would like her to do is just do a little bit more in the ring, get a little bit of some of that rest off. Don't act so nervous or so scared and reacting to some of the moves that you do or whoever does to you, whoever does to her. but she showcased a lot of power, man. Especially picking up Piper Niven. That's a that's not hard. That's not easy to do.
Mm-mm.
There's not a lot of girls that could pick her up in that
That's a
division.
fact.
So shout out to Lash Legend for winning her first SmackDown match. Shout out to her. That's a good look for her, being the fact that she's on NXT. So salute to her. I'm gonna definitely clip this and I'm gonna definitely send this to her, let her know that I'm proud of her and we should see some more from her if they're gonna keep bringing these girls from NXT. I like that.
All right, and that was something that I did ask a question about the other day, if you remember, Shane. And Dez was saying the same kind of something kind of similar because I was like, are they feeding us Slash and Jakara to have them as far as the on the third hour of when SmackDown does go to 3 hours? Now that we see we got more women, starting to come up and be on the rise. Those two could come up as a tag team and still one could have a singles run. Because Lash deadass showed it tonight, and Lash was just beaming, bro. Like you said, she was a little slow to
Hmm.
start off, but maybe it was because maybe her and Piper haven't had too much ring time to work together. So I would say maybe that's the reason why they look kind of sloppy at times with each other. But at the
Hmm.
same time, Piper performed as well. Piper sold a lot of her moves, and you know there was a nice spine buster and senton that Piper hit, and you was like, oh shit, the page is turning in this match. But when this girl actually picked her up on her back and dropped her, I said, oh shit! After the body slam, because normally it would take about what you would say. You would think maybe 1 minute or two after the fact that you body slam somebody. Oh my God, these people in my background, Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
Yo, that shit is bananas, bro.
I
It's
hear
like
it.
Summerfest out there.
Oh
They are
man,
going in. Orale.
bro. Oh my God, they all drunk out there, bro. They drinking, drinking,
Oh,
drinking, drinking.
TGIF.
But what you see, like what I was saying with Lash, she gets in her rhythm. She does what she do, and she got the potential to be a future star, bro. Like really big time, because she came from the WNBA. She didn't last long, but I think she made the right transition as well into WWE, and we're seeing her progress. And me being the NXT host, bro, I love it. I love seeing when my people, go from one show to another and display their skill, because this was her test, her real test on her own to see if she could do it away from Jakara, away from Oro, and from Noam Dar as well. She showed it tonight, and I'm ready to see more from Lash. She's 6'2", 6'3". She's about maybe what 220, maybe 230. She's built right, and this is what I was telling Des as well, and you guys as well. We have to wait on these African American superstars. They're coming. They're young. They're learning. We're seeing the maturity. Patience is good to have right now, and Lash is gonna be it. I would say give her a year and a half, 2 years, and she'll have some type of a woman's title, whether it's a mid card or main champion, because he's on NXT and she hasn't won the championship.
Right.
And
Or
usually, right, and usually when you come to the main roster, you will have at least one championship under your belt. She has none. She skipped the line, if you want to say it that way.
I agree. She
Hmm.
did skip the line. She hasn't won no tag team gold. She hasn't
Hmm.
won no NXT gold. She hasn't won any main roster gold. So for her to her tag team partner to be able to be on SmackDown and go on Raw and then come back on SmackDown, that's a big W for me.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a way for them to compensate for them being that they've never won gold to maybe have them on the biggest show and possibly moving forward? Let's see how they mesh up with a couple of our top tier superstars to see
Uh-huh.
if they are a higher goal ready here.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, so far we're saying yeah, she's good. She just needs to. It's almost the same as like we were saying about Jade.
Uh-huh.
Being that she's big, she's strong, she has that presence. Like you have all of that because let's keep it funky. These ladies that you just named, they're originals. They are beyond the original mold of what you would define as a woman superstar.
Right.
Like visually, they're amazing
True.
considering what it is that they can do, what it is that they are capable of doing, and how strong they are, and how powerful they look. And Lash, she fits right there in that category. Again,
And,
shout out to
and you.
Takara. I'm not hating on
Uh-huh.
her, but compared to Lash, she's just a regular superstar. She looks like all the rest of the girls, but Lash, she the ones that looks and
Girl.
physically can fight different.
Jada too.
Uh-huh.
Jada's one of them as well. She's
Right.
tall. She's thick. Listen, she's very intimidating. These are tall girls. These girls on TV look like they could be about 6 feet, 6'2", and weigh maybe about 260 pounds or 250 pounds, just because of their size and their length. So either again, like I said, Jada Parker, I could see her coming to the main roster as well pretty soon because of her size and her work ethic as well.
Uh-huh. Because if you notice, look at who's in the forefront of all of this. Chelsea Green. If remember, she was on NXT and she was already starting something with Santino's daughter. I stay forgetting her name. But remember, she was gonna start something with her.
Something Grace,
Ariana Grace.
Ariana Grace.
Right. She was gonna start something with her, but they didn't let that continue. But they made sure that Chelsea's appearance there at that time continue. Like it was gonna if there was gonna be a swerve, it was her basically helping all the incoming wrestlers that are trying to move up and everything. You're basically like the new Natalia. They could, and then they're gonna reward you later on because you've done so much for the company. You took in bumps. You've trained wrestlers. You're doing a lot. You're sitting on the side being Piper's manager 1 minute, but then next week you're fighting, and maybe you get Jakara next week. Maybe Jakara puts the beats on you, and you take a fall there. We've seen her take a fall for Michin, and what happened after that? Michin's not even on TV now for 2 weeks. So this is what I've been seeing with Chelsea since the beginning of the year. She's basically been that type of a role model slash wrestler that they always look for, and she doesn't say no. She always takes on the challenge. So I always keep an eye on someone like her to actually progress later on down the road because she's taking those bumps. So eventually, a thank you will be here, like maybe a Money in the Bank or maybe a Royal Rumble win, where you're like, wait a minute, I didn't expect her to win. But then you sit back and think about everything that she's been through. You know, we've seen the same thing happen with Sammy. Sammy went through a lot for years, got nothing. He was fighting top tier, lower tier, mid tier. Didn't matter what tier he was fighting. He was always continuously just taking one for the team. Then
The
even took a step
last
back.
The last resort for me was the WrestleMania going against Jackass.
Mm-hmm.
But it was but it was an entertaining match.
Very
The match
entertaining.
was good. The match was good.
Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite matches of the night. It just meshed perfectly. I loved it.
Right, and you see when bringing that up, you also look at a guy like Priest. Priest had to take a fall. He took the fall with Bad Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And we see Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green's taking a fall to every single female on this roster that's came up, got gold. Jade Cargill, tag team champion. Nia Jax folded her. You know, Jordan Grace folded her. Pretty much everybody. Michin folded her. She took a fall in through the ladder. She went through it. She got, Tiffy put the beats on her. Pretty much everybody on the female roster put beats on her. But she's always like, she comes back next week and just tries to one up the situation. So, man, I dead ass love me some Chelsea Green. I ain't gonna lie.
That's my pick for the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. So that's a sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
Very good sleeper.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what makes me believe that? The fact that, trivia question, who is our first women's Money in the Bank winner?
Asuka.
Was it Asuka?
I think it's Asuka. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm asking the wrong question.
No. Carmella.
Yeah, thank you.
Carmella. Yes.
Yeah. Asuka's the first something though.
Royal Rumble women's winner.
Women, yeah. That's what she is. The women's Royal Rumble. Okay. But yeah, if Carmella can win, then why can't Chelsea?
Shinsuke Nakamura won it the same year.
Mm-hmm. We ain't got to worry about him. He's chilling. He's chilling at a different circuit apparently. So.
That's what I've seen that. Definitely seen that.
All right, so wow. We're having some good conversations tonight, fellas. Wow, very good. Very, very deep. Woof. Let's take a break from talking. Look at this TV for we have the Bloodline story continues. Mm-hmm. OTC. What happened?
What are you doing? Sorry. I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to relax.
Yo, Jimmy's retarded,
bro. You're not the wise man. I'm not. But listen, I'm just trying to relax you. I still think
he was such in deep thought. Man was breathing down his neck.
I think if the wise man was here, this would be done by now. I'm not talking to Jay. We already saw Jay.
Is he coming soon?
He made it clear. It don't matter. Look.
It don't matter.
I give you a shot. You tried. It's time to do it my way. I'm gonna fix this tonight.
How the hell are you gonna do that?
I'm gonna acknowledge Solo.
You don't say. You don't say.
Nah, but we all won this.
So that's what it's gonna take for you to.
Can't do it.
But what he said, I'm going to acknowledge. You'll see why I'm saying this later on. There's a difference within that context. There's a huge difference, and you're gonna see why I'm making a big deal of the fact that they're saying I'm going to acknowledge him. Okay. Speaking of acknowledge, for that one person who was a fan, it's Cody time.
Oh God, it's that time of the hour.
So just like Nia Jax for the women's, Cody Rhodes along with Gunther, they're also going head to head for Crown Jewel for the WWE Crown Jewel Championship belt, that big pretty thing that's in the middle of the ring. So here's his promo, and if you want to use the restroom, now's the time. Then Lawan leaves, and Jey
wise
leaves.
Individual recently said to me, when it comes to the pantheon of top men and top women in professional wrestling, who would be the next leader? He said that the next one doesn't always look like the last one.
I didn't think they was going to
I've been
leave, but
thinking about quite a bit
there
lately.
you go.
But in regards to this,
I'm hearing you saying, I'm hearing you.
Crown Jewel
Okay.
Championship.
You go.
Do your thing. Do your
It's
thing.
not about the next one. It's not about the last one.
That is pretty, isn't
It's
it?
about who is going to be the first one.
So how does this go? Will they carry it for like the whole
So
year?
many
Or maybe
what
not?
ifs
Like the
in
speed
the
champion?
history of our sport. I'll take you down that road. What if the NWA World's Champion Harley Race fought against the WWF's Bruno Sammartino? What if
Bruno
the
would've won.
AWA's Nick Bockwinkel
Would've smacked. He would've hurt him.
Nature Boy Ric Flair, champion versus
Ric
champion?
Flair would have won that one.
What if WCW's Bill Goldberg fought Stone Cold Steve Austin?
He would have stunned him like 10
He
times.
would have stunned them, yeah. Yeah, I would have to go.
10
And
times.
often when these what ifs did come to fruition,
But if it's
the
no
outcome was not always
No rules,
satisfactory.
no disqualification,
A clever out, if you
Stone
will.
Cold.
When it comes to Crown Jewel, at the end of that night, there will be a definitive Crown Jewel champion.
that belt sure is gorgeous though. That's a pretty
Again,
belt.
champion versus champion. I am
See,
not going to stand here
WWE ain't
and
stupid.
disparage my opponent.
We ain't
Raw's
stupid
World
either.
Heavyweight champion.
All this is
Gunther.
Clash of Champions. That's all this is. They replaced Clash of Champions with this.
Wow. Yeah.
Widely respected by his peers and legends alike.
That's a good point.
Brother could chop a tree down with his hand. Most men who walk those hallways are terrified of Gunther. I'm
I
not,
don't see Gunther losing this.
I don't
I
either.
don't.
but even
I don't
if
either.
I was, I wouldn't bet against
It
me.
would be some shit if
Why
The
do I
Rock came
think
out
that I am
and was
leaving
the
Crown
cause
Jewel
of him losing
as
this.
champion?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for starters,
And then he challenges him for the People's
look at
Championship.
this thing.
You think
Corey
The Rock would
Graves
travel
been
out
talking about
there?
it all night on commentary.
Man,
one of the most beautifully
That
Hell
designed
no.
belts in
That
the
will blow
history of our sport. But
the roof
beauty-
off in Saudi.
Like
beauty is
like
in
He's not
is
going to Sally.
is The Rock
In the last
is he
2+
part
years,
of
you
the
and I,
budget?
The WWE audience, pro wrestling.
That's a lot of money to have
we
The
have
Rock
gotten
in
to
there.
know each other,
That's
have
what
we
I'm
not?
saying.
Yeah, go in there.
So you know,
Play his music. That's all you gotta do.
I wanted to take the John Cena schedule.
But even
Oh,
is that
that model. And by God, we did take that schedule.
Come on,
Hell,
Cody,
we even
stop
added
it.
to that schedule. I have bled, I have sweat, I have paid the price, and I am not foolish enough to think that I am done paying the price. But again, it's almost skin deep.
I don't believe
The
none
real
of your
reason
words, Cody. None of
that
your
I think
words.
I'm leaving
Because he
Crown
said the same
Jewel
shit on
as
Monday.
champion.
Right.
She's sitting at home right now. She's
Recycled
about 3
shit.
foot tall, and I need
No,
her
his
to know
daughter?
that when my bones
But
turn
he's
to
the
dust,
champion, so
my
he
name
has
will
to-
be
he has
attached
to
this
make an
title
appearance.
as its first champion.
Sure.
I need her to know the name was
he needs to
given
do
me
this
is
because
the
you know
same name
there
that
are
was
people
given
out
to
there
her,
that are
and it will
not
matter, and she
as
will know
abreast
you
to
play
all of
the
this as
game
we are.
not to lose,
So
but you
for some
play
people, this
to
could be their
win.
first time. For us, this is like our 20th time seeing this. So yeah.
Now, I'd like to invite next Friday on SmackDown the World Heavyweight Champion
In Brooklyn.
Gunther to stand in this ring with me.
That's
I'd like
right.
to ask
They're in
him
Brooklyn
fucked
next
up.
week.
what his
He's fucked up
reasons
not
for all
getting
of this
those
are,
tickets.
and I'd like to look him
Oh,
in
he
the
messed up.
eyes and say,
Are you kidding
"Hey,
me? Did you see
champ,
how much those tickets were worth?
Nobody
wanna
wanted to
talk
sit on the top with me.
They was
I
talking
would've
about
bought the top
$300.
seat.
They was talking about $300 in the top row. Are you kidding me? Never
I'll
No,
spend
pay.
no.
I'll
Never
I'll
spend that
pay for
much.
no.
SummerSlam for that. I'll pay for SummerSlam. I'm definitely gonna do that.
Nah, the top rows in the Barclays are like 125, 130. They had
Oh, went
like
down.
sometime last week, a friend of mine has sent me the 25% off. It didn't seem like the Barclays was filling up seats.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll check. I'll check
Shit.
after the show to see if.
The CEO said it was, y'all need those $300 seats. Like
Of
you,
course it is.
you heard me. I could sit on the top of the damn arena and I'll be fine as long as I'm there. I've been a part of too many events, and I'm one who started, all the way up at the top of a mania, literally 3-4 rows from the top of the damn arena at MetLife. And, I gradually worked down and around and everything. And I put it like this: anywhere is a good seat as long as you got a good view. That's what I would say. If you got anything side to side, you're good as long as the four corners ain't blocking you. One
Wow.
mania, one mania, I had that issue, and I had the yellow light of death in my face for an entire match, and the whole crowd was chanting, "Turn the lights off," and WWE didn't budge. So later on that night, Randy Orton tweeted that he was sorry and apologized to the crowd because of that.
Mm,
We missed his whole match because that light was beaming in our face.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. And
Yeah, man.
and and as a and as a way of saying sorry, they had a superstar to say. I
Yeah.
mean, was it like worth it?
To me, it was worth him saying that because he noticed that we was missing a good fight, and he was wondering why the crowd wasn't chanting as much for him or for his opponent that was at the match. He was fighting Bray that night, and remember in the middle of the ring, they kept on showing like them little cockroaches in the ring, kept on switching in and out. We had to watch that from the damn Titantron, and their Titantron in that arena, in the college arena, is literally on all in the right hand side, and it's only like one or two screens, and they're small as shit. So you really gotta focus on that. At that time I was there. Like, I've done floor seats at a Mania, and me being as short as I am, I had to stand up and be told to sit down because I couldn't see much. If I was to pay an extra $400 or $500, maybe I would have gotten to see everything without having to stand. Because where I sat at, it was maybe 3 or 4 rows away from where Braun Strowman picked that kid to be his tag team partner that night. I had John Cena run right by me to go use the bathroom at one point because remember he was going back and forth with the Taker shit that night.
Mm-hmm.
So he would literally run right back and forth where my area was at, and that time that he had to use the bathroom, like, oh shit, John Cena. And I told wifey at the time, I said, damn, I should have paid them damn $400 to sit right there. Should have did it
I'm
because
definitely going to do it for SummerSlam.
look, right at that time, floor seats $400, bro, $400. Now look at the price, damn near 3 times, 4 times the price for floor seats. Like, I see the Mania packages going for like 10 grand, bro.
That's a lot of money.
That's all. That's a
I like the
lot of burgers, boy. A lot.
Yeah, that's why, like me, I was a fan personally of the one night instead of the 2 nights
Mm-hmm.
because once they made it 2 nights, it made me think like, damn, I gotta pay twice as much. Then hotel and airfare is gonna be twice as much.
Mm.
Everything around that area is gonna be booked, extremely booked.
Yeah, 2 nights doesn't mean you get to see the first night or the second night. You got to buy those individually.
Right. Right. That's like me when I went to New Orleans. I was trying to book everything all at one shot. When the Mania tickets went on sale that October, the hotels were already on lock. These people bought these hotels once Mania is announced at the next location. People are already calling hotels, booking, planning. You know, I didn't get my hotel to the 24 to 36 hours prior to me getting there. Damn near $1,200 for one night. One night. Just to be 3 blocks away from the arena.
I went to a Motel 6.
There was there
Mm-hmm.
was there was nothing available at all. And I was literally right on the strip by the convention center in New Orleans. And I was like, oh, it was a good walk back and forth, a good 7-minute walk to the arena. So that was the best part about it. But
Mm-hmm.
what sucked was that, if I had more time, I would have stood there. But for one night, I was like, shit. It was a good night of wrestling. I wound up missing the first match because of my damn my flight. That
Jeez.
shit, yeah. Hey, my flight killed me. I literally missed the entire first match, which was the that Royal Rumble that they will normally do, and the Hardy Boys were in that Rumble, and I missed it. I missed it trying to get
Terrible.
in. I got to see the ladies. I got to see Seth curb stomp on the Miz for the IC title.
Hmm.
That was, bro. That shit was crazy. The only thing I would say that would have sucked in that Mania was that we didn't get the normal entrances that we would get when we were outside. Can't do the same inside and outside. Yeah. Let's continue the show. Sorry for holding you up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was story time with Jay.
Hey.
Story.
Stories with Jay. Stories with Jay. And I say that because before we go on commercial break, there's one more storyteller that we have to hear from, and that's Mr. KO himself, Kevin Owens, as he gave us this nice little chat via FaceTime in his car. To see what he has to.
Was this the one that he posted to Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Actually, it's been over 10 years, just recently. And I've had a lot of ups and downs over those 10 years, but I don't think things have ever felt as bad as they do right now. Because for WWE officials to tell me to stay home and not come to work, not come to SmackDown where I belong because of what I did to Cody Rhodes after Bad Blood is just so unfair and ridiculous. I mean, look at what we've seen WWE superstars do to each other in and out of the ring, in the locker rooms, all the ambush attacks, the beatdowns. And I get told to stay away because I dropped their little golden boy outside of a stupid bus.
Gotcha.
Come on. That really makes me ask myself just how appreciated and valued I am by this company. But that I can live with. I can kind of get past that. What I can't get over, though, is what Randy Orton did to me. Randy, I can't believe
Well,
that you betrayed me like that. You can let people say whatever they want about me. Kevin Owens turns on all his friends, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I would have never done that to you, ever.
you kind of did.
Because I thought what we had was different. Dude, I just can't believe you picked Cody Rhodes over me. And, I got to be honest with everybody. I with everything that's happening right now, between the disrespect shown to me by WWE and Randy breaking my trust like that, I really don't know if or when I can come back.
mean,
you heard me. You heard me singing, so
yeah. I mean, that was an interesting because I kind of agree with him in terms of everybody ambushing everybody and nobody says anything. He does it one time and he's asked to stay home. I get that. I agree with him on that. But if Randy had to choose between Cody and Kevin Owens as their best friend, who's your bestest friend? Come on. You honestly think this is going to be Kevin Owens? I mean, do you remember the history that Cody and Randy has? Does Legacy ring a bell?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that? And where was Kevin Owens when that was at its peak, at its height, at its prime? Mm-hmm. So you got to understand, youngin', there was a lot going on between Randy and Cody way before you was even thought of in this WWE brand. So it's like
they're both after Cody in a different way.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And with Randy, with KO realized the snake shit when Cody, KO was like, look, we don't need this guy to come and help us or such and such. We could do this on our own. But then when Randy said, hey, we need you. You could come for me. Yeah, you could come for me. Did Kevin Owens really know about it? No. You snaked him behind his back already. That was the first, snake sign. And see, I always felt with Randy that Randy was gonna snake Cody as well for the legacy shit when him and DiBiase jumped him out over 10, 15 years ago in legacy. I don't think Randy forgets that past. It's just the way he got to get to him is by snaking everybody around him. That's what the predator. That's what an apex predator does. I could be nice with you. But you know what? I'm gonna fuck y'all both. And that's what Randy is doing. That's what Randy is doing. He's fucking them both. No, not in a bad way, but that's what he's doing.
Well, I'm glad you said that because it seems to me that Randy saw that. He saw that video and he has a response. So he went to Nick Aldis' office and this is what happened.
Damn, you tired.
Come on, my mouth.
I don't know what anyone else
Twins
has
be
planned
making me
for Kevin
sleepy, man.
Owens.
Have no
I need
idea
to get
how
my
hard
hands
that
on
works.
Kevin Owens, and I want to do it at Crown Jewel.
I had a
Mind you, I work Thursday. I ain't get home till 3:30.
I'm sorry. It's just not something I can do right now.
Well, wait. What do you mean it's not something that you can do it right now?
You don't understand. It's not that I won't. I can't.
You can't.
Out of
I
his
don't
control,
think you understand
Randy.
what I'm saying.
I don't think you understand.
Not
I don't
in the
think
budget.
you understand what I'm saying. I'm not asking permission.
Randy, with all due
what I am
respect.
saying is I want Kevin Owens at
Damn.
Crown Jewel.
With all due respect, I'm saying I can't because it's coming from up above.
Oh, The Rock, Triple H.
Right.
So yeah,
Well,
go
then
to
I
them.
guess I know who I need to talk to.
Shout out to Dusty. Picture of Dusty in the background.
A-Town.
That's crazy. He's gonna go to Triple H.
I'm going to Triple H.
Gotta go to the uppity ups. The uppity ups.
All
right.
My former Evolution member.
Dudes, we have been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. We have to take a commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk rumors, reactions, and hot takes as well as did you know? Did you know? Did you know? We're going to do all of that plus more matches and much more, including our favorite segment, birthdays. We got a couple birthday shout outs. So we have still got a bit to talk about. So we're going to come back with that. Lawan, he's still going to be here. Jay's still going to be here. And of course, your homie Shane O'Mac, we're going to be right here. So please stick around and we'll be right back right after this.
Let's go Yankees.
You guys looking for a podcast? Well, this ain't no ordinary podcast. This is the Three Bells Podcast. With Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac. Acknowledge me. Coming to you live each and every Monday night from Monday Night Raw, Tuesdays with NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown, featuring WWE PPVs, news, and more. So tune in live and follow the buzzards. And if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Three Bells Podcast for our Friday night SmackDown show. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy TGIF, and thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with the homies. It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells Podcast table. And of course, like you see, I'm not alone. Look over there. It's Triple J. He's sitting right there. And then, of course, our special guest, he's right over there coming to us live from Tri-State Mania is IM_L, or like we like to call LeJuan. So, yeah, we had a lot of, deep topics and deep conversations we've had, which is why we're just now taking our commercial break. But we have more. We're going to do a couple of interesting things here, and we are going to go into what I like to call rumors, reaction, and hot takes.
Nintendo bit.
just a little something. So you know what? I'm going to start with.
Wait till Mundo hear it.
I'm going to start with Jay, because I know Jay may have something that we all might have, because all three of us has a rumor, reaction, and hot take, but we're not sure what our stories are. So I'm going to start with Jay, and then I'm going to then have LeJuan follow, and then hopefully if I have something fresh, I will go after them. So I'm trying to, what is that? It's like dice or something that I'm throwing. Hopefully it's 3 different numbers. But Jay, let's hear it.
Well, from the NXT perspective, they're saying that our show that will take place on Election Day is being moved up by 1 day. And it's going to be competing with AEW's show on that Wednesday. Also, there's a rumor that they rented out the old ECW 2300 arena for that night. So they really are gonna go at it with AEW that night. Bro, it's gonna be bananas. And this is, and look, and we only got 2 weeks to Election Day, if that. So you gotta fill these seats real quick. It's just, the old ECW arena only filled maybe 1,500 or less. So it's not that big of a venue at that. But to have it there, that's going to open up a lot of eyes, in my opinion. AEW's in trouble that night. They're in trouble that night.
NXT, yeah, I think they can fill that place up. They'll fill it up.
Of course, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Jay. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's not that's not mine.
Because remember, Halloween Havoc's in PA, so might as well keep the wrestlers already out there from NXT in PA until they don't have to go nowhere, because they're gonna be at Hershey Park.
Because they'll be at Hershey Park. Cool.
Yes, sir.
LeJuan, was that your story or no?
Nope. Fortunately, I don't have a story as of right now.
What?
Or was that, or did you know that you have?
Nope, I don't have nothing right now.
What?
I thought you had something.
No.
I thought you said that you had, or maybe it's me. I honestly thought that you had something.
Nope, I didn't have nothing.
That's okay. Oh, I thought you said you had something at the start of this, before we started. Anyway, I have something, a couple of things. I have a rumors, reaction, and hot take. So, according to a post by Bubba Ray or Bully Ray, he says, "Hey, hashtag testify Devon. Sounds like Hank and Tank need a 3D through a table."
Oh no! Oh
CJ, this is why I said,
shit!
let me hear from you
No,
first, because I thought that would have been
no, I didn't
your
hear
story.
that. That's crazy.
That would be amazing if we saw that.
Oh, man, hear the Dudley Boys music play.
Oh man.
Maybe that's the reason why they going to that ECW arena. Hank and Tank versus the Dudley Boys. That will be crazy.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
No.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Wow. All right. So being that
Did you
Lawan doesn't have any more.
did you hear what Teddy Long said? Also, Teddy Long was saying that if they was to there was some wrestler that he was talking about. I think it was Goldberg or someone else that he mentioned that if they wanted to come back and get polished the right way, he got to go through NXT.
It was saying Goldberg. Teddy
Goldberg,
Long
yeah.
was definitely
Tony
talking about
Goldberg.
Goldberg when he said that, because he wants them to get back in shape. Basically, this is
Mm-hmm.
a few matches over there to get his gas back up and running.
Yeah.
But
It
I
was Teddy
think,
Long that said that, right?
yep. But I think
Yeah.
Goldberg is ready past his time and gas already, man. Just needs to hang it up.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not, especially after that last match we saw with him. Yeah, it's okay, dude. Like,
Too old.
yeah,
A
like
lot of
it's
yeah. Even
Some knees don't
even
work.
a lot of fans also don't even want Brock back. They're like, look, we got an abundance of bad guys that do the same shit that you do. You know, they posted up Obafemi, Bronson Reed, Gunther. You know, they started showing that, Drew and them. They were just showing that, look, we got these guys already here. We don't need you anymore. That's what, from the
No.
fans' reactions. So even Sean Ross said the same thing. He was like, don't believe the hype based off of what we heard on Monday when Seth brung up the beast and when Cody brung up the beast. He said, don't think that's hype and that he's coming back. He still has to go through hurdles just to come back onto the roster. Nothing's clear yet.
okay.
That's why Goldberg.
Okay.
That's why Goldberg's in the picture.
No, that's okay. That's all right.
No thank you. No
That's
thank
okay.
you.
Okay, so that's two for Jay, and I have another one.
Hey,
Hey,
oh,
and this is an interesting one here. This is from Jerry Lawler.
huh.
For those of you who know, Jerry Lawler, he was one half of the announced team from back in the Attitude Era, along with Jim Ross, considered one of the best announced teams in all of WWE.
Uh-huh.
Slobber knocker.
Lawan and Jay, get a load of what he said in this interview from, am I saying this right, Sports Kita?
Yes, I know Sports Kita.
Okay. This is what he said in an interview with them. Jerry Lawler says he doesn't miss being in WWE and honestly couldn't wait to leave.
Mm.
Quote, do I miss it? No. Well, I just went out there and sat down by myself. It was just like another chapter of my life. I got to be out there and I didn't think much of it. As a matter of fact, like 10 to 15 minutes before it was over, I was thinking, oh my God, how much longer is this going to last? As soon as my time with WWE was over, I just got up, went about my business, left the studio, and just went about being Jerry Lawler. This is interesting because I thought he was having the time of his life, sitting next to, his homie, Jim. But all this time he was just sitting there waiting to leave. That's
I think that's cap.
You think so?
I think so. Does he work for another company now?
No.
Oh, I think he's capping.
I don't know
what's going on
now.
with Jerry Lawler, but I think he's capping.
Yeah, I have no idea
that's crazy. And Jerry Lawler's not one to really talk. We barely hear him. Like some old school guys, they'll be tweeting and getting interviewed and everything.
Does he have a Legends deal?
Oh, Jerry?
I don't know.
That's probably why he's talking shit. He don't have a Legends deal, probably.
I have to look that up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that over the weekend.
We'll look that up. Jay, do you have another one? I have one more.
Nah, I think I'm done.
Okay, so excuse me. So apparently there's this picture, and it seems like it's from an episode of Raw. And it's the backs of CM Punk and Drew McIntyre standing on ringside. Looks like it's like a production meeting, and they're standing there, talking whatever. And someone took this candid shot and posted it. And Drew McIntyre has something to say about the picture. He goes, Drew McIntyre explained this picture where he and CM Punk are seen together as if they didn't have a fierce rivalry. Quote Drew, I remember a photo recently came out on the internet, and it was the big topic of conversation because Punk and I were near each other during the day. And everyone was saying, wow, okay, they actually don't hate each other. And I thought, of course, you idiots. Don't you go to your office job, and sometimes you have to stand next to the person you don't like because you're dealing with a situation you have to handle in your profession. Even if you can't stand the idiot, you can feel the tension. Everyone can feel the tension when he and I are near each other, but we have to be professional and do our job, end quote.
Great answer, Drew.
That's an awesome answer. That's an awesome answer because I'm sure everybody was thinking of that one coworker that they don't like, but they had to tolerate, they had to stand next to, they had to work with.
It's a few at my job. Shit.
Shit, you gotta stand next to them anyway.
Right, exactly.
What the fuck am I next to him for? Shit.
All that did was make his feud look more serious by answering the question that way. So quick thinking on Drew McIntyre to answer like that, and answering questions like that could get you looked at different. Maybe Triple H and them figure out what they want to do with you later on. Just again, the way of thinking helps a lot with your character in the WWE as well.
And Drew's been on a hot run for the past year. And as they were saying, he's possibly candidate for, WWE Male Wrestler of the Year.
I have him up there with Sheamus.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Rumors, Hot Takes, Rumors, Reaction, Hot Takes.
Rumors, Reaction, Hot Takes. We gotta get a banner. We definitely gotta get a banner of that when you start that.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah. Just a little something. Just a little something.
I like it. A
little something. All right, so we're back in the ring, and we're talking match number 3. Now, remember at the top of the show, I mentioned that there were 2 triple threat matches so that we could find a contender for the tag team championship titles. So this is part two of that. This is H Town Down Under versus Los Garza and versus two out of our newcomers, debut two and debut number three. It's this tag team titled Motor City Machine Gun, brought to us by one Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. And their pop was amazing. I mean, they had a huge pop. I'm like, where are these guys from? I did my own research, Jay. I ain't gonna ask you who they are, because Jay would just say, "Yeah, they Motor City, Lawan."
I didn't get the pop when they came out.
I heard a pop. I heard a pop.
They know who
So
they are. TNA fans know who they are.
yeah, they're from TNA apparently. So
Hmm.
so yeah, Jay, Lawan. Let's talk about match number three.
Bro, I did my prior, when they announced that they was gonna come wrestle this week on Wednesday, I did my research with these guys. These guys are crazy. They're great. And what I got from this match was the fact that every wrestler that was in this ring did everything real good, real clean from top to bottom. Waller, you seen him bouncing around, rolling, clotheslining, punching. He was performing. Theory, bro, that half suplex that he turns to the neck breaker. That's a crazy move. I think we seen it on NXT the other night as a finisher for one of the girls the other night, if I'm not mistaken. And Umberto and Angel, that move that they did outside the ring, where where Angel was on the outside, he kicks the guy in the back, and then Humberto came flying and kneed him to the top. I was like, okay, Humberto's look real good tonight. The Los Garzas look really good tonight, and I appreciate seeing them two guys do their thing. But the Motor City machine guns, I call them MCMG. That's what I call them. These guys performed real good. Great first time on the roster. Everything that I've seen them do on TNA is the same move set and everything that they're doing in WWE. Nothing's changed. Since we're new to them, everything that they was doing was like, you was like, oh shit, they're doing this, they're doing that. That neck breaker combo splash to end the match, that was bananas. And there's more to them. They got another finisher that they ain't show. This was just one of their first finishes that we seen. They're really, really good. And for all six competitors, like I said in that ring, they did great. Any of these tag teams could have won, but we already knew as fans of wrestling, the newbies never really lose. So, shout out to both the other competing tag teams for trying and doing what they had to do, because all this is doing now is elevating the tag team ranks. And it's always been something within WWE that they'd be like, the tag team division is not what it used to be, this and that. And we've seen the potential could be if they get this, showcased the right way. Los Garzas are an underrated tag team. They could win the tag team titles at any point. A-Town Down Under, they're former tag team champions.
They
And
definitely deserve it.
right.
Because
And within this match, I was like, damn, A-Town Down Under didn't show us anything of a sign of them breaking up. They actually was fighting all right together. I didn't see no mistakes. So that shit made me scratch my head, and I was like, wait a minute. I thought they was having a little rift between each other. Where did that go?
maybe the story's put on hold, or maybe they stopped it.
Mm.
That's only one of the two choices. They either stopped it or it's put on hold for temporarily for something else. But like Jay was saying, this was a good match. Great way for Motor City Machine Gun to start their debut on SmackDown. With one of the two good tag team matches, tag team guys on the roster with A-Town and Lagaz. Jay already said most of the stuff, man. I'm looking forward to see more stuff from Motor City Machine Gun because I don't know too much about them from NXT. I'm not NXT from TNA, just like Jay said. So hopefully I see a little bit more. They are advancing against DIY, so this should be a very fun, entertaining match when they go against each other, man. It's going to be a lot of high flying, a lot of this is awesome. I can see it now, so can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Excuse me. Yeah, shout out and welcome to WWE MCMG. That's what people are calling them on Twitter or X. And shout out to Los Garza. They was actually really, really good. I was extremely impressed with the way they was in sync, the moves that they made. Like this was possibly one of their most perfect matches that they've had. They were really, really good. And H-Town Down Under, you know, you can hate them or hate them even more. But when these two, when they cook, they cook. Especially Austin. He cooks. And was it me or did Austin, like towards the middle and then the end of the match, he had like this big red thing, this something that was going on right here? Or maybe it was just me. It seemed like he had like a big red botch or something. Almost as if he got hit real hard. And the blood just like rushed right into this area right here.
You gotta look at it again, but I think I know what you're talking about, but I had to look at it again and make sure.
Looking like Kratos from God of War, you know, just that red there.
With the ball head.
But shout out to these two, and that should be a very interesting match. What is that, next week, Luan, with Motor City versus DIY. And the winner of that match is going to face Thomas and Thomas for the titles. Just like that. But will it be at Crown Jewel or would it be on another episode of SmackDown?
I have no idea.
Is that on the
I would like
budget?
for it to be on SmackDown instead of Crown Jewel.
Yeah. Yeah, we have to see if they're part of the budget, if they're able to hit the plane and go out there, be able to travel. Yeah. What say you, Jay, in terms of the winner of this tag match with MCMG versus DIY? The winner of that match is going to face Thomas and Thomas. Will they face them at Crown Jewel or another episode of SmackDown?
SmackDown. The last episode before they go to Crown Jewel.
Okay.
Because what, Crown Jewel is what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, there's still one more episode.
Yeah.
One more episode.
So Motor City Machine Guns and DIYs next week, and then the tag title match will be the following Friday. Yeah.
And that's Halloween Havoc weekend. That's Sunday the 27th. Yeah.
Because see, just with hearing them being called the Motor City Machine Guns, what I get from them is we have ain't it Royal Rumble or SummerSlam or one of those PLEs are going to Detroit in Lions Stadium, if I'm not mistaken. They said Ford Field, right? It's supposed to be Royal Rumble.
Rumble is in Indianapolis.
Okay. The Motor City. That's a Motor City too. Yeah, that's like Indy 500.
Yeah, the NASCAR.
So I would expect a group like them to hold gold that time, around that time. I don't think they get the belts. Yeah, that's like 3 months away. Let me see. November, December, January. Yeah, about 3 months away.
Well, yeah, 3 months.
90 days.
Okay.
They gotta go past their their initiation. You know, the 90
Mm-hmm.
days. Like like when you're in a normal job, you gotta get your 90 days in.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
They're doing good so far. Like I said, they had a good pop, so it's not like they're strangers, at least to
Right.
the WWE universe for a majority. Because, like I
Right.
said, they had a good pop, so
Right.
we
Because
shall
when
see.
because when I looked up their stuff, like I said, this is a tag team that's been together since about '08.
Mm.
So they're veterans of the ring. They're just late bloomers. Late bloomers. They're like when AJ Styles and Vince was trying to get AJ.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Vince was trying for years and years and years and couldn't get him.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the Motor City Machine Guns. WWE was after them for years and couldn't get them
Really?
because they were a product of TNA. And
Mm.
you know, when you love a brand, you love it so much, you don't want to leave them. So you know, it took them a minute to leave TNA.
Wow, and here they are. Here they are with a
Oh,
company that's actually doing stuff
I
with TNA.
I forgot one rumor. Damn it! Just talking about that shit. Damn TNA. Jordan
Go ahead.
Grace. Jordan Grace. Decide her contract ends at the end of the year with TNA. Her TNA contract was supposed to expire sometime next year, like towards the summer. She got it to expire at the end of this year, making her a free agent. So
Oh.
yes, the beginning of 2025 will be Jordan Grace's free agency period. Expect WWE to be heavy suitors for her, and I would say her main roster debut. She's skipping NXT. It will be in the Royal Rumble. She will be there for the Rumble as a full member of the roster.
So, because she's a current champion, yes?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
she is.
Mm-hmm.
So there has to be something for her to either lose the title or just relinquish it
All
by the
right.
end of her contract.
Bow down gracefully. Her name is Jordan Grace. Bow down gracefully, and you've been there, done that, and just vacate the belt. Don't even lose it.
Okay,
She
just
she
say
could lose it
I'm
as
out.
a WWE star though. They do work with each other, so she could get signed by the WWE and
Right.
lose it as a WWE star, just passing the torch to somebody else as she goes to the main roster to WWE now.
Okay.
But I like Jordan
Okay.
Grace as well, man. She's
She
definitely
working
another
hard.
one of them females that you look into and be like, damn. As much and more I see the women's division, they're looking a little bit more lengthier, a little bit more stronger, a little bit more built.
Mm-hmm.
Just like when Jay was talking about the big meaty men, this is the big meaty ladies.
Mm-hmm. We getting hot cakes and pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's actually me that says, according to Jay, it's me that talks about the meaty men.
This is the meaty
So
ladies.
this is the meaty ladies.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully everything will work out so that she can bring her meaty ass over here. We will welcome it. We will welcome it all. Hmm. I like her. I like her toughness. I like her originality. What she brings to the WWE product. I think she'll be an awesome fit. Like
Yes.
really. Mm-hmm. All right. So as you see under the Lawan's chin, we got the monitor out again. So that means we got the monitor right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there. And you see who's in there? It's Byron Saxton. He's our reporter for tonight, and he's back there
Hey.
with our WWE Speed Champion,
Oh God.
Andrade,
Mm.
and his number one nemesis.
Don't even
Him.
call him that no more, Shane.
I don't think he wants to be called that either.
Right now, I'd like to welcome my guests, both Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, just 1 week before their scheduled proverbial Game 7 matchup here on SmackDown. But tonight,
Stephen.
man, there really ain't nothing to talk about. You close your mouth, bro. Ain't nobody paying. Close your mouth. Hey, no, don't have to tell him to close his mouth. Ain't nobody paying to hear you speak anyway. How about you shut the hell up? I got a cough. Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
On site. What was that he picked up? Oh.
His chain. That was his chain that broke. And he wrapped his
chain as a weapon?
Hell yeah. That was smart.
That was gangster.
Now watch Andrade next week have something wrapped around his ribs because of that.
Mm-hmm.
He got the one up on him. That was smart.
That was gangster just now.
It was smart and funny because Andrade couldn't even get a lick of English out. That was hilarious. He was like,
yeah.
He really be trying. He really do.
I mean, he's getting there. You know, he's improving slightly. Yeah. He's improving. I mean, it's not getting worse. At least it's not getting worse. So we give him that.
Got a lot better.
That. Yeah, he's getting a lot better.
Credit to Charlotte.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte.
So speaking of ladies, apparently the ladies are closing out tonight because we're at the main event. Main event, match number 4. It's our women's tag team match. So it's Naomi and her bestie Bayley and Queen Nia Jax versus our women's WWE Speed Champion Candice LeRae. For that one person who cares. Bam. Jay and Lawan. Let's talk about this.
Well, first of all, I would say within this match itself, I'm still confused as to why Candice of all people. But you know, she proved to be a worthy tag team partner by having Indy Hartwell being on her side. That played an important role throughout this match within itself. And, you know, Candice didn't really do much. She didn't do much. But you know, at the end, she did her little moonsault at the end, and that was it. Other than that, this match felt to me like more Nia versus Naomi. Like if they're building those two to fight each other eventually, because Naomi was in, her offense was great. Then Nia was in, her offense was great. Then they get eliminated, and then Bayley comes in for like a good 30, 40 seconds, if that was the most, maybe 2 minutes. Did her little offense, and she got taken out by Indy. So you're like, yeah,
3 on 2 eventually.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I look at Indy and I look at Candice LeRae now being like in the same role as a Tiffy. You know, this girl's the queen. Now I got my court jesters by me. I can use these 2 chicks now. They have my back. They help me win. You know, Nia got to look at it that way because at the end of the match, Nia was like, you know, raise my hand first. You didn't do much to win the match if it wasn't for Indy Hartwell. You next week got to be like, look, I can use you at these PLEs or whenever I defend my title because I don't trust Tiffy. So now I can have these 2 ladies with me and Tiffy being my little princess, my little, you know, the lady who stands right by my throne and has to put my little thing, you know, when I run the rest of my feet or eat grapes, I'll serve you. That's what Tiffy is. Mm-hmm. So now that you got your little court jesters behind you holding the little flagpoles.
Court jester, that's so hilarious.
Yeah. That's what it looked like, you know, because most kings and queens have those behind them. And why not utilize those 2 females, you know, that are not being featured like that on TV? Use them and utilize them well. And I think this was the first sign of that tonight.
Jay said most of the stuff already that been saying about these ladies. It was a okay way to close out SmackDown. Wasn't the best, but I mean it was okay. Unfortunately Tiffany wasn't there, so they had to find a replacement in Candice LeRae. We don't get to see Candice LeRae as much as we supposed to. Same as Tiffany. I mean not Tiffany. Indy. We don't see it as much either. So another great way to introduce and bring these ladies onto the brand because we don't see them at all. And maybe this is a way to start something between Naomi Bailey, Candice LeRae, and Indy. Maybe they go through a little tag team thing that's going on with them because I'm getting kind of tired of Naomi and Bailey going after Nia Jackson fighting her. I think it's about time they switch it. I think it's about time we get someone else going after Nia Jax now because we've already seen it now. So let's just start the thing with Candice LeRae, Indy, Naomi, and Bailey now. This way we can see these two individuals on TV. But
Do
great way
you,
for Candice LeRae to pick up that win.
let me ask you, do you think that this was a sign of maybe Naya starting to form her Survivor Series team?
Survivor Series team.
Yeah,
Mm,
like by having these two girls already there, it could be them two, her, Tiffy, against Bailey, Naomi, and whoever else they pick.
I
If
don't
they,
know.
if Survivor,
I'm not even sure if they're gonna have a War Games or Survivor Series woman match because
mm,
none of the stories is no storyline to none of this right now. Really,
well, or
it's
or
just
even
it's
like
just
what about a
you,
traditional Survivor Series match, like
they
the
could
old
do
school
it,
way?
but mm, we haven't seen that way in so long.
Hmm.
Everybody is so into something making sense, and I just don't want these ladies put into a tag team match just to be put into a match. I want these ladies to be put into a match for it to make sense, and hopefully it helps them later on longevity. Just as, like I said, if they put like, how can I say it? If Nia Jax is able to get a team like this, how would this benefit Candice LeRae or Indy Hartwell later on? It has to make sense. Just like, for example, Shotzi. She was in the damn elimination, not elimination chamber. She was in last year's War Games match, and we haven't heard from him since after that.
She tore her ACL.
That's
Oh, I
good.
didn't know that. I didn't know that. So thank you
Yeah.
for reminding me. But if they're gonna do something like this, I will hope that it helps whoever Nia Jax got on her team. I hope it helps them out long term. We already know if she does a team, we already know that Tiffy's going to be there. It's just who's the other two or three. If they continue to have a 5 game war game match or 4-on-4, and who would be her opponent? Would it be Liv Morgan or will it be Rhea Ripley? We have no idea yet. It
Yeah,
probably
it's
wouldn't be Liv
early.
Morgan because of the Saudi Arabia. It'll probably be Rhea Ripley if that's the case.
But now Liv Morgan ain't Liv Morgan fight. Yeah, Liv Morgan's fighting Naya.
Right.
Yes.
So I wouldn't repeat that match against them. I would give her someone else, being the
Keep
fact
it
they're
keep it
already going.
keep it
Go
on
ahead,
SmackDown.
could do that too. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. It just got to
Yeah,
make
we don't
sense for
know.
me. Got to make sense.
That's what we say here at the Three Bells table. Like whatever you do, make it make sense. Don't just throw them in there
Right.
just because.
And
Like
having the
make
war
it
games doesn't make
worth
sense
it.
right now.
Right.
So
Like there has to be a reason for them to be together. That way the
Right.
win means something. It's not just because you're winning for a purpose. That's why you are together. There's a purpose to it.
the
It
men's war games makes perfectly sense right now, and
sure.
it's not just a whole bunch of people put together. It's a whole bunch of different family members going
Hmm.
against each other, and that's how it makes sense. The long term booking, the story mode, and what's been going on. as far as the ladies I'm concerned, we haven't been getting that. If you're gonna push something like this in a month, I don't want to see it. It's like it's being rushed, and I don't like rushed WWE product.
I agree.
Good answer.
All right, so we are backstage once again with Byron, and he has Nick Aldis. So apparently, Nick Aldis has something to say about the previous segment that we just saw with Andrade and Mello. So what's going on? What's going on, Nikki?
I am standing by with SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. Nick, we just saw what took place between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes.
Andrade and Carmelo have been escorted from the building because this thing isn't going to be settled backstage. It's going to be settled in the squared circle, and that's next week on SmackDown from Brooklyn. But the thing is, because this is such a personal issue, and because this is Game 7, I decided we needed a special referee who could handle business, a referee who, quite frankly, hates both of these men equally.
You know, that's the funny thing about this, because I have no reason to even be involved in this, if you're quite honest. I've already beaten both of them twice. So here's the thing. If you want me to go ahead and go in there, I'll put on the zebra stripes. I'll be the best referee WWE has ever seen. As a matter of fact, in 20 years, you probably put me in as a wrestler, and as a referee, I accept. But here's the thing, gentlemen. If you come in there, I'm calling it down the middle, and here's how it goes. You think you're signing up for a little shot at this? No. All you're signing up for is to get smacked back to factory settings. And your aspirations for this championship? Up in smoke. So it goes. Yeah.
Wow.
Smack back into factory settings. That's like you telling me to fix my phone and go to factory settings on my phone. Come back into it. That was too much.
So yeah, apparently Brooklyn is going to be popping. You know how WWE, you know how they act when they come to Brooklyn. They pull a lot of stops.
LA Knight's going to be wearing his Timbs next week.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Brooklyn is definitely
Jordan symbol on it.
Yeah.
He might be rocking them new Biggie Timbs that I seen.
There's Biggie Timbs. I need to look at that.
Yes, bro. It comes it comes in a box, but the box, when you open the top, is a vinyl recording player as well.
Oh snap!
Crazy.
Sounds expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, we've already had our main event, and there's of course one more thing that has to be talked about, speaking about, and that's an in-ring. So we are going in the ring, fellas, where we talking to having a discussion with OTC himself. Mm-hmm. And he's basically going to close out for our SmackDown recap. Roman.
Columbia, South Carolina.
What happened?
Maybe for the last time.
What do you mean, maybe for the last time? What does that mean?
Acknowledge me.
What does that mean, Jay?
That he was going to acknowledge Solo. Oh, God. Here comes Samoa Joe Jr.
Two different songs.
Samoa Joe Jr. Dun, 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 dun. I know Roman gotta be hot in that sweat, in that hoodie.
Mm-hmm. This is an image we've ever seen in a while.
Earlier tonight, I heard that you told Jey that our family's stronger now.
I ran out of mine. I can't wait to refill.
You told Jey that our bloodline
OJ. Just regular OJ.
was stronger now.
Regular air.
I mean, you was going in, so.
I don't see it. I don't
Be
see
thirsty,
anything
man.
that tells me we're better off now. If
Tell
anything,
him, Roman.
we're divided and broken.
Mm-hmm.
After everything we've been through, everything we went through in the spring, everything that we lost through the summer, and we stand here divided like this.
Tell him the same shit Jay said, basically.
Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I told my father
Mm.
that I could fix this.
That was heavy. That's heavy.
Oh, man.
That's heavy.
Rest in peace,
All I
Alpha.
want to do
Mm-hmm.
is put us back in the promised land. I want titles around our waists. I want paydays coming from the heavens. I want abundance. I want our family to be priority. Tell me what I have to do to fix this.
You know, Solo felt that. You could see in his eyes he felt that when he mentioned them. He went out of character
What you
for a
have
second.
to do? That's an easy fix, Roman. Well, what do you have to do to fix this? I'll tell you what. All you have to do
Is say,
is acknowledge me.
that acknowledgement is like gold over there, apparently. It's like acknowledgement.
That's what he want. That's what he want.
That's all. Just say it. Say it. It's all that time Solo had to say it to him.
No. You know, Roman's face, the way both of their faces, you could tell one of them was laughing.
I acknowledge you.
Roman didn't really want to say, like, son of
I
a bitch.
acknowledge you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make you feel better?
No.
No. And
Roman,
this is what I was talking about earlier.
that's not good enough. I need you to acknowledge me as your tribal chief.
And there's the pepper. There's your pepper.
Nigga, he want to laugh too.
Mm-hmm.
Roman's teeth are chattering like son of a bitch.
It's like this butch ass motherfucker. See, that's why he did that.
I need you to acknowledge me as your tribal chief.
We heard you the first time.
Or else what?
Yo, fucking Roman.
Or else what?
Yo, he made him feel like shit right there. Solo shitting on himself.
Look at you. There he is. I knew it. You never changed. You never changed. You've always wanted this, huh? Since you never changed, I'll never change either.
I didn't even hear the finger snap.
Look, ain't no one there. How you snap your finger with that wrapping on your thumb? He just like.
My TV was loud and I couldn't even hear it.
Oh no! Look at them. They done beat the brakes out of poor Jimmy.
They done cooked my boy.
Look at them. Look at them. They done roasted Jimmy.
Damn it.
Solo tried to take out Roman.
Stupid. Beat his ass.
Managed to knock him out. Here come Thomas. There's Thomas too. There's Jacob. I was surprised he was able to do that to Jacob.
And Jacob didn't even bounce back up.
He sure didn't.
A Roman hit took him down. This is twice. This is twice Roman's done this the same way with that little follow. Hey, bro, pick it up, run in the audience, and go home.
You go home.
Right.
Hey, bro, back it up and leave.
See,
Right
and
there.
And you knew something happened because the crowd is yelling.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Look at this. Right to the crown jewels.
Oh.
Ah, my ball.
There they go. Lift his ass up.
Tonight, the hyenas feast on
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns.
And there is simply nobody to help the now former tribal chief.
What's the referee doing? He's back there. Stop it. Cut it out. Don't do that.
Got cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is a repeat of last Friday. This is a repeat of last Friday.
You think they know better?
Right, Jay? That's how they face be looking.
There's the thumb. Bam.
I'm part Samoan too, so I already know.
Yeah, fucking hilarious. Thomas is like, yeah.
And there's that shot.
The other one is just silent.
One more.
And then Jacob's like this.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, Solo.
We don't even see Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy, he's at the other end still. He's still over there knocked out.
Yeah, he played Call of Duty. He's trying to get revived.
Nobody brought the wrestling. They don't got the health pack for him.
See, there he is.
Oh shit.
There's the shot. There's that money shot again. A defeated Roman with the future Bloodline. Executive producer Paul Levesque and Lee Fitting.
Wow, what an ending. What an ending.
Wow. That was yeah.
They need to show us that Roman is weak.
Yeah.
So
I've been saying that.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. So, yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our TGIF Friday Night SmackDown recap. But before we end this and every other show, should I ask you this question now or do birthdays? We usually ask the question, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. Before, wait a minute. We have to go to the chat board. We finally have, we have a chat from Logan James.
Logan James.
What's good, Logan?
He goes, hello, what's next for Bailey? And I think storyline of Damage Control, sorry to Bailey, and back together again. This time is Damage Control as full babyface.
So, I don't know about Bailey going back to Damage Control.
I don't either. I like Damage Control as the two girls. They're really rocking it right now. So I don't know.
Way he beat her, the way they got her out the group, I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need her back no more. For what?
Yeah, they're doing awesome by themselves.
Doing awesome by themselves. They don't need her back. If anything, if we want something next for Bailey, I want her to go feud with Naomi. That's what I want.
That's what I'm
I
waiting
want her
for.
to feud with Naomi.
Yeah, yeah. The best friends.
And we already know Bailey. She just turned babyface back, so I want her to feud with Naomi.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I
it.
want to.
All right, so we have to ask that question. What is your Three Bells match and moment of the night? And being that this is Friday, we also want to ask, what is your match of the week? We're going to start with our guest, Luan, and then Triple J is going to answer, and then I'll follow him. What's
But
up,
before
Luan?
I answer and say what I need to say, I want to continue to talk about what I saw from what Shane just played.
Sure.
Bloodline's going to continue. The OG Bloodline's going to continue to get their ass whooped until they get some help, man. Continue to get some help. They got no one to help them on that roster. They need Jay, and they need Sammy as well. They do need Sammy because three is not more than four, and then eventually, listen, they need another person after they get Jay. We already see a little bit of teasers, a little bit of tests, a little bit of a little bit of breakfast sample at that Jay might be coming back. We don't know how. I'm feeling like it might be an interruption to cause them to lose on Monday. We'll see. But my match of the night, moment of the week. My match of the night is going to be the match that we saw today, the first match, with um, DIY, Street Profits, and these guys right here,
Pretty deadly.
Pretty Deadly. I haven't seen Pretty Deadly in so long, so I'm sorry I forgot them. I don't see them on TV, but it was a very entertaining match. Moment of the night was to see Jey Uso come tonight on SmackDown. I wasn't expecting him to be there at all. And match of the week. We haven't been Raw and SmackDown this week was very mid. So if I'm gonna pick match of the week, it's gonna be the same match I picked today with Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, and DIY for the tag titles. Not for the tag titles, but an opportunity to face the Bloodline for the tag titles. And that's all me for the week, man. Triple J.
Okay, cool. My match of the night is going to my girl Lash Legend against Piper Niven. We got to see her make her main roster debut. If that, her tryout, and she passed with flying colors. And I was
Sure
happy to
did.
see. I was happy to see. Like I said earlier, one of my girls from my show make it up there. She took a lot of hurdles to get up there. And my moment of the night, mm, we just have to be seeing the different confrontations we had amongst all the bloodline members tonight, whether it was OG or regular. Coming from where Jay bumped into Roman and Jimmy, then from them beating up Jimmy, and then they would beat up Roman. You know, all those moments together, you could just put into one. So, that was my match and my moment. And I would say my match of the week is going to be the triple threat main event for the number one contender on NXT, where it was Ethan Page, Wesley, and Javon Evans. Great match because we got to see a future potential matchup between Wes and Javon. And then we had Ethan Page playing his slick the entire match like a true heel. And he waited for his opportunity to get the number one contendership. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my match and moment of the week. And no, match of the night, match of the week, and moment of the night. Yeah.
Cool. And I don't know, maybe I'm wearing glasses and Jay can see my notes because he is almost like saying the exact same thing.
Accurate today.
Right. Because my match of the night is match number 2, Piper Niven versus Last Legend. I mean, this was her debut as a singles competitor. That's check number 1. Check number 2, sure, she could have done better, but she could have done a whole lot worse. And across the board, this could have been a horrible debut. But I am so glad to say that we are far from saying that. She had an awesome debut. She showed her power, and they had her go against Piper, which is like one of the most perfect competitors for her to showcase her on her debut. And she did an awesome job. And that leads to my moment of the night, seeing Lash win her first match, her first debut match on SmackDown. And she won. She gets the win. Congratulations, Last Legend. And shout out to Piper for the awesome sales and to help her look good. They both looked awesome. My match of the week, again, I'm agreeing with Jay for NXT's main event, which was the triple threat, Evans versus West versus Page. I mean, Evans versus West alone was just absolutely, it was a masterpiece. And Ethan Page adding his timing and his intelligence. Like, he knew when to fall back and he knew when to come in. And it worked out perfect for him because, as we saw, he won. And he's going to fight Trick for the title. So with that being said, that is my match and moment of the night, as well as match of the week. Yeah, just all in all, it was an okay week, even though it wasn't fully live. But it was an okay week for WWE.
Yeah, most of the stuff was taped. They was on tour.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how they usually start acting when they go to Saudi.
Mm-hmm.
At least the crowd didn't sound too pumped up tonight. Like, this crowd sounded kind of liver than, for it to be the same crowd that they had last week. When we saw Monday, and we was like, damn, you could hear the crowd piping that they was actually adding some cheers and stuff because the crowd was kind of asleep on Monday.
Totally.
We could see that South Carolina crowd. They was up. They was chanting because I made sure to look at the crowd behind whenever like Cody or anybody else was speaking, and you could see the people chanting, yelling. So I'm like, yeah, they're not piping this one.
Mm-hmm.
Down south people, they got lungs for days. So
they sure do. I love it down there.
Mm-hmm.
I love it down there. I can't wait to move out of here one day. Woo.
Go down south. All right, so one more thing. It's that time, everybody. It's that time of the week for we say the Three Bells birthday shout out. Hey, if you're celebrating a birthday this week, we'd like to say happy birthday to everybody, for you're also celebrating with these superstars. Remember her? Man, who didn't have a crush on her along with Tori? Stacy Keibler. Still looking awesome at 45. Happy birthday.
My first favorite diva.
And it's him. It's the guy himself. Whooping ass as a gremlin. Yeah. Thomas Tunga, happy birthday. As a matter of fact, it's today. Well, Friday.
Oh.
He turned 42. Yeah, somebody had a sign that said happy birthday, Tommy Tunga.
Tommy Tunga, lower your price on Cameo.
Yes. And we'd like to give a heavily shout out for this old schooler. A lot of you may remember him, Nikolai Volkov. Born 1947 and passed on 2018 at the age of 70. Believe it or not, everyone, those are our birthday shout outs for the week of jumping ahead. Those are our birthday shout outs for the week of October 13th through October 19th. I'd like to say happy birthday to all of our superstars as well as the superstars in your lives. Jay and Lawan, are there any birthday shout outs you have before I announce these additional birthdays?
I don't have any this week, unfortunately. I might have one next week though.
Okay,
Wink, wink.
Cool. Lawan, you okay? You good?
No birthday shout outs, man. Nothing yet.
Nothing yet. All right. So I'm speaking on behalf of Mundo, aka Mr. CEO. He's not here tonight, but he does have these birthday shout outs that I would gladly speak on his behalf. I'd like to say happy birthday to his goddaughter, little cutie. Happy birthday to Journey. She celebrates her birthday.
So pretty.
Also like to say happy birthday to Mundo's homie, Dijon. Like to say happy birthday to him. Another old school homie, Dallas. Chillin'. Like to say happy birthday to him. And also like to say happy birthday to his little cousin, DJ Rumble, also known as Royal. Like to say happy birthday to him. And finally, this is Mundo's bestiest bestie, the best of the best besties. Like to say happy birthday to Jasmine, or some of us know as Faye. Happy birthday, homie Faye. And happy birthday to everyone representing or under the Mundo's name. I hope I did you proud, Mundo. Those are our birthdays for the week.
Cool.
Happy birthday, everyone.
Cool. Happy birthday.
All right. So, anything else before I press the red button, the big red button?
You could go ahead and press the
New
red
York,
button.
we gotta close it out, New York. We gotta close it out with these wins. Mets, Yankees, Liberty. We gotta close it out.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Maybe this commercial will help. Here we go.
And that's the bell, folks. You've been listening to the Three Bells Podcast with your hosts, Triple J, Mundo, and Shane O'Mac. Bringing the thunder from the ring straight to your speakers. Remember, the conversation doesn't end here. Keep the conversation going in the comments. And follow us on our socials to get the latest scoop on WWE events and behind-the-scenes action. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and above all, stay tuned for more hot takes, news, in the world of wrestling. Expect the unexpected. See you on the next show, the Three Bells Podcast.
You know what? I have to give myself a womp womp because usually we have our closing scene, but I was being fast in order for us to start on time, and I didn't lay down. I didn't lay our faces on the last scene. Like literally the last scene, it looks like this. We're just gonna close out here at the table. But at least we can still have our music, and we can still close out anyway. Fair enough.
Play the music of the birthday boy.
Thank you everybody so much. Oh, I'm starting to lose my voice. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in and joining us today at the Three Bells Podcast table for our SmackDown recap. Shout out to Mundo, for he will be back at the table on Monday for our Monday night recap show. You can catch us every Monday, 10:30, Tuesday with NXT and Triple J as the host. That's 10:30. And then Mundo will return to his hosting duties on Friday for our next week, Friday Night SmackDown, live in Brooklyn. Woo. So, yeah, tune in for that. That should be an awesome show. Again, shout out to Lawan. You can see him on his Tri-State Mania Facebook page and YouTube page. Please go and subscribe and follow him. You won't be disappointed. Again, thank you so much, Lawan. And of course, thank you, Jay. And you was awesome today. That's why I let you cook today. And you definitely cooked tonight. So
you, Jay.
congratulations, man. You did an awesome job tonight. Thank you so much, man. And thanks to all of you. Again, please follow us on our Facebook pages and Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and YouTube. Please like this video and subscribe to our YouTube page so you can get notifications for future lives. If there's anything else, that should be it. Hopefully everybody has an awesome weekend. Go outside because it's supposed to be nice outside, 75, almost 80 degrees this weekend. So go out there and enjoy. This is your homie Shane O'Mac coming to you live from the Eastern US section of the Three Bells podcast table, reminding everybody, again, have an awesome weekend. Love hard, laugh harder, and good fight. Good night. Mundo Jey closes out.
Mundo. I'm not Mundo.
Are you not Mundo? Of course
he's not. He's not Mundo.
LeJuan and Triple J, close us out, please.
As always, thank you for having me up on SmackDown. It is always a privilege and an honor to be here on Fridays. I enjoy it and I love it. Again, you can catch me on Tri-State Mania on YouTube. Check out my page. I got a lot of the same stuff with the Three Bells podcast. Also, subscribe to their page. You can catch me on Monday Night Raw with them sometimes when they need me. So, yes, check us out on there too. But I apologize for earlier, everybody that's watching. I'm running on 20% battery myself because I am tired. Oh, my goodness. You have no idea. So, I apologize for that. But everyone else, thank you. I love being on this show. This show is always going to be fantastic. And thank you to the Three Bells podcast. Triple J. And I got no one today.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeet. Yeah. It's your boy, Main Event Triple J, now signing off on YouTube. Fellas, LeJuan, much appreciated, bro, for joining us as always. Hope your Yankees win. Hope my Mets win. And we get we have a Subway Series. I'm still dreaming on it. Shane, as always, bro. It's always a grand being up here with you, doing your magic. And shout out to everybody that's been listening to us, tonight. Logan, thank you for the message earlier. And as always, shout out to everybody that's just been hearing us, whether it's for a minute, a second, an hour. It's much appreciated, and hope everybody enjoys their weekend. I know I am. Other than that, it's your boy Main Event Triple J now signing off, and I'm out of here.
Take it, LeJuan.
And as always, to my tag team partner would say, no yeets.
He wants to do what? No one wants to hear that flash in the podcast. No.
Let's go.